on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And today is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be about your favorite series, which is obviously the stunt bike. We're going to install this Magura HC1 Street King, and we are going to use HEL, or hell, I don't know how they pronounce it, dual fitting rear end brake. So the Magura HC1 is this right here, which is the master cylinder, which comes with a little reservoir, because you are going to have to delete your rear reservoir. And what you're going to get from HEL or HEL is this little fitting right there, which is going to swap for the actual reservoir hose. And you're also going to get this this hose, which will have to run from the front to the back, and we'll show you how to do it. So you move that out of the way. I'll try to remove it. You may have to use the pliers. All right. Try to put it somewhere where it won't leak. I recommend using gloves because brake fluid, brake oil, is pretty nasty stuff, and it's pretty rough on skin, rubber, clothing, pretty much anything. With the kit, what you're gonna get is this. That is some sort of a snap ring that is supposed to replace this one right here, this little snap ring. But if you have access to new snap ring, or if your snap ring is looking good, I would highly recommend to reuse this snap ring, because that first, I don't know how you can remove it anywhere close to easily. So we're going to reuse this one because it looks great. We're going to see once it's removed. That is the part you're gonna get. Alright, now that the snap ring is off, grab onto this plastic part and put it out. There's your rubber seal, which is pretty much just the O-ring, and that is your groove for the snap ring. Now, you really want to have this cleaned up as good as you can. You don't want any debris in the oil circuit, and you don't want any dirt or anything in this groove, so that your parts won't pull out, because there's a lot of pressure when you pull or push on the lever. Alright, now that this is all cleaned up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this snap ring. It's pretty easy. You can pretty much just push it around, and it's going to pull right out. Be careful not to put any debris in the banjo bolt, stuff like that. Okay? And you're pretty much just going to put that right in the hole. Push it all the way back. Alright, so never mind the reuse your old snap ring. They changed the diameter, because usually you have to put it around this. Now you have to put it around this. So it's a little bit too big for this one to close enough to go where it needs to go. So you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So what you want to do is you want to spread it a little bit like a spring, and you're gonna have to try to bend just slightly the ends so they're not touching. Kind of start to put it in the groove, and then work your way around it, and it's gonna slip like 2,000 times, but don't get frustrated. It's gonna work. You just press in all the way around, and it's gonna go right in the groove. So you definitely hear it when it's in the groove. So you take your banjo bolt, And there's two crush washers. These are called crush washers. They're kind of sealing. So you remove one, okay? And we're going to use the bent part. Put it like that. Use your second crush washer. And just start threading very gingerly. You don't want to crush your washers. You just want to hold your line just a tiny bit. Just not even tight. Just enough so that the bolt won't fall out. And then what you want to do is you pretty much want to route your line wherever you want. That's going to be different for pretty much every single bike. What I will recommend is stay away from heat, stay away from moving parts. Also, before I forget, you have your reservoir with the bolt right there that we need to remove, and it's going to be easier for us for routing the line where we want to. Alright, so your lever is going to come with all these. So you got a banjo bolt, you got a couple of things that we're going to need for the reservoir, but the most important thing for us right now is the banjo bolt with the crush washer, which we're going to use to secure our line, which is coming from the back all around. Put it in this clip right here, and it's gonna go just like that. So we're gonna get our banjo bolt with crush washer. Remove this plastic cap. So we're gonna go like that. Alright. Crush washer. Sometimes they can be a little bit tricky because they paint it afterwards and they don't rethread. So we're going to try it, route it this way. I don't know if it's going to work good enough. If not, we'll just change it. But we should have plenty of compression. Should be good. Alright, so in your bag of goodies, you have 2 bolts. And in another bag of goodies, or of goodie because there's only one, you're going to have this bracket right there. So the bracket kind of goes like that. And in here, just to kind of raise up your thing. Just like that. And then you're going to tighten this down. Okay. Just tight enough. Okay? Don't go bananas. In your bag of goodies, there's these 2 clips. These 2 clips right here. That's pretty good. Now, you push this one in, and it's not far enough. Okay, like so, all the way down, and I can't believe I'm going to say that, but they have some pretty big nipples, so you're it's a little bit tough to put the springs where they need to go, but it's doable. Now we go with your last bolt. Okay, that's plenty. Don't go bananas, that's just a little plastic. And now you have a semi-functional caliper. When you are satisfied with the way you routed your things and the install, now it's time to crush your washers, tighten the bolts. So the torque for these is it's good and tight, you know. Just to be a little bit of a pain in the hooski, this is at 14 mil and the front will be 13 mil. So don't go bananas, but it's still your life, you know. So okay, that one is definitely good and tight. Now this one, okay, that's plenty. If you go too tight, it might become leaky. So definitely just go tight, or research the proper torque and do it the way it should be done. Now it's time to bleed the system. Put some oil and bleed it. Alright, time to bleed your handle, master cylinder. So you're gonna put oil in it, and then you have your little bleeder right there, which you're not gonna need for a while, but you know. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Jesus. That's a little bit full, so we're gonna go easy on it. Alright, we got a delivery, so I'm kind of by myself for filming, but pretty much what you want to do is you want to hold, and then you crack your bleeder open, you shut it, and then you release. So it's 1, 2, well, full stroke, 1, 2, and you hold, you crack it, close it, you release. You do that until the oil comes out right here. So now your cylinder is full, and now you want to bleed the line. And by bleeding the line, you're going to need to open the back. And someone's dancing behind me, well, in front of me, but behind you, whatever. Because we got some parts for somebody. Hey, what's that?
It's I don't remember how it's called.
It's like a paddleboard foam,
Yeah, it's
or
a
boat foam.
grip something. Tank grip. Yeah, for a tank.
So it's gonna be tank grip, but it's basically like a boat, kind of a foam type of thing that you would put on a boat or a paddleboard, which is going to cover this one that we did a while ago, and a couple more things. Yeah, let's continue with the bleeding. Now that we're at the back, and the reason why we go to the back is pretty much just because we eliminated pretty much the only reservoir that we have, which used to be right here. We took off, is now at the front. So you kind of have to bypass a little bit. So you come here, and it's going to be just the same exact thing, but now we can use the rear brake to do it for a while. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of oil, but the reason why there's so much oil is because right now your front is going to bleed through there. If that makes any sense. Okay, so you really want to keep an eye on the front reservoir and fill it until you have pretty much no bubbles, which we're not going to have for a little bit. Alright, so if you don't have an actual bleeder, which I recommend, but I don't have here, we're going to just use a hose that fits pretty damn snug and have yourself a recipient like that. Okay, just like that. And you're gonna need 2 hands probably, but it's doable.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, hold.
Yeah, okay. Right now?
Yeah. 1, 2, hold. Release. 1, 2, hold. And we are probably empty up top now.
No, still full.
Oh, release. 1, 2, hold.
Still good.
1, 2, hold.
We're pretty much at the minimum line.
Okay, let's fill it back up.
There's still enough, but
Yeah. So we're going to fill back up, and then it's just repeat and repeat and repeat until you're good.